Update on Hurricane Fiona. Now, yesterday we talked to you about the potential for catastrophic flooding unfolding over the island of Puerto Rico, and unfortunately that has occurred and continues to occur this morning. So if we take a look at the radar image, and I'm going to locate you here, you can see the island of Puerto Rico here. This is the island of Hispaniola, and the center of circulation is here over the Dominican Republic. But what's noteworthy this morning is this long stream of showers and thunderstorms that continue to move up and over the island of Puerto Rico. And some of the radar estimates indicate that rainfall rates in these bands, especially these heavier bands right here, are 2 to 3 inches per hour. Now that's a lot of rain over a short period of time within areas that have already been saturated by the rains yesterday and last night. Now if we shift over to the IR image so you can sort of get a bigger picture. Again, this is the Dominican Republic, so the center of Fiona is right here over the eastern portion of the Dominican Republic. And you can see in this IR image this enhancement of the shower and thunderstorm activity that we talked about, how you almost have this band that is persisting. And given how much rain has fallen over Puerto Rico, these are estimates of what has occurred already. Indications of 20 inches of rain already, and with heavy rainfalls, and I just told you 2 to 3 inches per hour in some of these bands, it's possible that we could get storm total rainfalls of 30 inches. So again, that's 2.5 feet of water falling over a very relatively short period of time. So unfortunately, the situation in Puerto Rico is not good and not looking to improve until later today when these bands finally start to pull away. Now what this means when that much rain falls, so what this map here is showing you is sort of the current state of rivers within the island of Puerto Rico. And anywhere you see red or purple, it means that the river has risen to a point that it is flooding. And if we zoom in on this one particular station, you can see how rapid. This is where the river stage was before, and this is where it is now. And you can see this just rapid acceleration of the river stage. This is what causes the really intense flash flooding. You saw a lot of it on social media, the video footage of the flash flooding, how quickly it comes up. And this is why it is imperative that you stay off the roads during these heavy rainfall events. Now, where will Fiona go from here? It's currently situated here over the Dominican Republic. It's starting to make a more northward turn and will begin to move towards or just east of the Turks and Caicos, which are now under a hurricane warning. That's what the red there is, a hurricane warning. And it's a little bit further west than we had yesterday, so now you can see we have tropical storm conditions are possible over the southeast Bahamas. That's what this is a tropical storm warning. Gradually the system turning more northward and strengthening. We think once it pulls away from interacting with land in the Dominican Republic, conditions are favorable for it to strengthen, possibly becoming a major hurricane over the open waters of the Atlantic, then moving and accelerating more to the northeast and possibly impacting Bermuda. And stay tuned if you're watching from Bermuda, potential big impacts unfolding. We'll have to wait and see because this is out at the latter stages of the forecast. So too soon to pin down the impacts for Bermuda. In terms of the timing, this is 3 days, so this is not the entirety of the event. We've just zoomed in on the 3-day here to help you see the details. Here in the southeast Bahamas, later this afternoon, and Turks and Caicos later this afternoon and overnight tonight into Tuesday, and then moving away from those areas and potentially approaching Bermuda late on Wednesday or more likely Thursday. Now, one of the things we have to talk about with respect to the southeast United States or the eastern coast of the United States, even though Fiona is going to move well out to sea, so there's no direct impacts from wind or storm surge or rain. But one of the things that happens with a storm like this is it produces a huge wave field out over the middle of the Atlantic. And you can see here some of the wave heights that we're forecasting to Fiona to produce. So these are waves at sea. You can see upwards of 50 feet. That's a huge wave. And when these waves push towards the southeast coast of the United States and east coast of the United States, later in the week it will produce a significant rip current risk. And this is the current rip current risk, so you can see a moderate, which means life-threatening rip currents are possible, from basically southeast Florida all the way up through the Outer Banks. But this risk could magnify as we get later into the week and all these waves start hitting the coast. So remember, with respect to rip currents, really avoid getting in the water unless you have to. Check local conditions and make sure it's safe to get in the water. If you must swim, swim near a lifeguard or a lifeguard station. Always check with the lifeguard, make sure it's okay to be in the water, and just really be safe. We really think that this might be, sneak up on people going to the beach later in the week, especially towards the weekend as well. So that is it from the National Hurricane Center. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll provide you updates on Fiona starting again tomorrow.